way to measure and evaluate your ability to achieve accuracy in training.
Today's video is brought to us by Mantis. The Mantis family of products is integral to ASP staff building handgun and carbine skills and are your most economical and fastest path to improvement in your skills too. Whether you choose the X10, the Laser Academy, the Blackbeard, or use them all in concert, they will help your practice be more effective, efficient, and fun. Go check them out, pick up a unit, and thank them for sponsoring today's video.
Hey guys, Brian Hill with The Complete Combatant. This is Suck Less Saturday. So what we're going to do is a drill on 4 different sizes, okay? So we're looking at the 4-inch circle, we're looking at the 2-inch circle, we're looking at the 1-inch square, and then there's a dot up there in the middle of the rectangle. And what I'm going to do is use that as an aiming point and see if I can put 3 rounds in the same spot. I'm going to shoot 3 rounds on each of them. What I'm looking for is that my pace is correct for the amount that I need to see. It's the only reason I'm using the timer. So once I shoot the first 3, I should see 0.2 added to each split after that, and then another 0.2 after that. All right, let's see if what it works out to be. All right, 3 rounds on the number 8, fairly deliberate, maybe too deliberate. So I'm going to take that into counter, but I'm in accuracy mode. So what I did is a 121 total. The first one was a 23, a 50, and a 48. So that means I'm really letting my dots settle down a lot. Maybe too much for that size. I think I could have done better. They're all inside or touching the 8, so that may be a little too much. So I'm going to try to shoot the 2-inch one at the same pace and see if I can get away with it. Slightly slower, so I'm at a good pace. That's a 148 total, okay? 20 on the first one, and then a 59 and a 69 split. So you can see that having less meant I had to be a little more careful. Now, on the 2-inch circle with a red dot, I have to keep the dot at the top of the circle. I can't go to the middle. So I'm seeing a progressive mathematical equation here of how my decisional process is functioning, and it allows me to see if I'm doing a good job or not. It's just another set of coaching eyes for me. It's a bit of feedback to make sure that what I'm seeing and feeling is correct, because the higher you perform, the less you can tell time. So now I'm going to do the 1-inch square. So we should see a significant difference because I'm going to have to hold in an area above the square. I'm going to try to put 3 rounds in that. Probably think I can't count. First round was a miss, so I made it up. So the first round was a 21, a little quick. It was a little high. My offset was a little too much. Next 3 rounds are in, 96, 83, and 83. So very consistent. Everything is inside the square. I just went ahead and made it up because I know I'd made a mistake. I knew how to correct it in a moment, and that's what real-time performance methodology is. So I'm still working on accuracy. Now I put a dot in the big rectangle, the one that's laying this way. And there's the dot. I'm going to aim at the dot and see if I can make the 3 rounds touch each other. All right, so all 3 rounds are touching each other. So I got a clover leaf there going. It's a 295, so you can see the difference in time. It was a 30 on the first shot, so about a tenth slower, and then a 146 and a 119, because it took a bit of aiming just to hold it on the dot. But that's a great practice for me in accuracy mode because I'm seeking somewhat stillness there. Even though I can't achieve it as a human being, I'm trying to still it down. I'm trying to get rid of the feeling of trigger press. I'm trying to get rid of any mechanics that would make the dot move. Let's go look at this. Hopefully you guys can see that okay. The sun is right behind us right now. A little washed out, I know, but you can see here's 3 rounds. I'm sticking my fingers in them for the 4-inch circle. Here's the 3 rounds right here. So let's mark those off so you can see them better. So there's 1, there's 2, and there's 3, and there's 1, 2, and 3. This is when I made the mistake on the first shot, so it was a bit high, and then the other 3 are right here. Here's aiming for the dot, and all 3 rounds are touching each other. So what a great practice for me for accuracy. So overall, this cost me 13 rounds. And it allows me to really refine my trigger press and my grip and seek stillness. Remember, stillness comes from postural stability. And our postural stability is what allows us to neutrality when we grip the gun. We want a neutral grip. And as we press the trigger, we want to do it appropriate to the size of the target relative to the time. When I use the timer also, it makes sure that I'm making consistent decisions instead of erratic corrections decisions. And what we saw was there's a jump from each one to each one. So almost triple the time when we got down to that compared to shooting something that size, and if I shot that, I expected it to be 60, 80 for 3 shots, and then this one was 120, and I think this was 160s, 150s, something like that. So it just keeps bouncing up a little bit, but it allows you to check how well you make decisions on different size targets. Mostly what I find with people when I'm training them on the road is they have one speed. If it's the middle speed, it'll kind of serve everywhere, doesn't do anything exceptionally well, and it tends to press you back towards accuracy mode always. What we want to do is be able to shoot the size of the target at the time given relative to the context of accuracy needed to hit it. All right, I hope that helps you. You don't need a special target like this. You can just draw circles or squares. All right, so make a 4-inch circle, make a 2-inch circle, make a 1-inch circle, and then make a dot. Shoot 3 rounds at them. If you miss one, make it up. Because that's contextual shooting in real life. If I had missed, I would simply make up that shot. I want to see that the dot was off when it pressed, and it was up in this area when I pressed, so I knew I missed it. So I was able to make up another shot. Still cost me about a quarter a second, but entirely worth it to put all these rounds in there. This will help you guys in accuracy mode. And then that's it for me today. No more accuracy mode. Everything's good. It's the strongest mode for me. It doesn't mean I ignore it, but I don't spend a lot of time on it anymore. I don't know. I just can't do this a whole lot better, so I'm going to spend some time in speed and efficiency mode, and now I'm going to work on performance mode before I leave, and that'll complete me as a shooter in whatever context is in front of me. I'll be able to do it. Hope that helps you guys. It's really important to do that. Make sure you hit the like button. Make sure you subscribe, share it with your friends if you find this useful. And I'm Brian Hill with The Complete Combatant, and as always, measure, refine, and perform.